Alright, what's up guys? This is Daniel with Midnight Movie Trash. And on this one, we're going to be talking about my recent trip to Bastrop to attend a Cult Classic Convention. And it was a very chill, very awesome event. And first off, I need to give a huge thank you to Shane for letting us do press, as well as Billy Pons for putting me in contact with him. And what can I say? You know, it was our first time going out there, and we had tried in the past, just got no response for media with Drop the Spotlight. And you know, this time, you know, we were able to get in contact and make it out there. We were only able to do one day. It's a 3-day event. And this year was a pretty epic one, being that they brought a good majority of the Warriors cast. And, you know, I was able to talk to a few of them on camera. The big one being James Remar. He did not do interviews, but I was able to meet him and talk to him. And what can I say? You know, the guy's a legend. You know, that movie's legendary. You know, another big pull they had was Jeffrey Combs, Reanimator. His line was just constant. So we didn't get a chance to talk with him. But the one person that I had to meet was Lloyd Kaufman, you know, the founder of Trauma, you know, Toxie, legendary, you know, film producer, director, writer, actor. So I was able to do a meet and greet with him, and you know, I was one of the last ones to meet him that day before he was off to photo ops. And so I didn't get to talk to him too long. But, you know, it was just an honor to meet him and, you know, tell him that his films, you know, are part of the inspiration of me wanting to make films. And that was epic. Also, they had Donna Wilkes from Angel, the early 80s film where she's a high school student by day and a hooker by night. And it was an epic moment for me as somebody that does media and this, to sit and talk with her and, you know, hear a little bit about, you know, her press run with it, you know, a little bit about the filming. I asked her why she didn't do any of the sequels, and, you know, she gave me the answer. And that interview's coming soon on Drop the Spotlight's YouTube, so be sure to check them out, follow them. That's where I do a lot of my interviews with you know, the website I co-own with Mr. Vic, and it is something that we're very proud of. And you know, it was an amazing show. You know, it's a smaller show, but that doesn't mean that it's anything. I mean, some of those smaller shows are some of the best shows you can attend. Not only for the guests that they bring, but the amount of time you have with the guest. And it's a very intimate show with them. You know, you get to sit there and you get to talk with them and, you know, really connect with them. So I highly suggest you make it out to Bastrop. Go check out Cult Classic Convention. You know, and you're just miles away from, you know, the Texas Chainsaw gas station. And we took a little detour over there before we headed back to San Antonio. And what can I say? You know, the van, the iconic van from the movies there. The gas station's the iconic location for that was, you know, in the film. As well as, you know, they have food. Unfortunately, due to the convention, they had ran out, and we got there kind of towards the end of the convention, which is totally understandable. But we are definitely planning a trip up there and gonna do some filming out there, eat the food, take some more pictures, and enjoy, being a fan of the film. It's one of those iconic moments in history where they set it up to where you can visit as a horror fan. That's awesome. And not only that, but the bridge from part 2 is in that area, as well as a not a crosswalk, but a railroad track crossing that was in the Friday the 13th remake. I just found that out, and if I had known, I would have definitely tried to have found that. But when we go back out there, we're definitely going to check that out. But yeah, back to Cult. It's it was a great show. We all enjoyed it. We all had fun. Unfortunately, this event, I was only able to get one autograph, and let me grab it. I forgot to grab it. Alright, so the only autograph I was able to get, and it was Lloyd Kaufman on my copy of Waitress. Unfortunately, this was the only Troma film that I could find in my collection that wasn't packed away, and I was like, and it's one of the first Lloyd Kaufman films that I ever purchased, and I had to get it signed. And with that, it was an honor to meet somebody that you've looked up to as a filmmaker, as a director, and all that. But it definitely was pretty cool to meet him, and he's so good with his fans. It's unreal. As y'all know by now, I'm a big Friday the 13th fan. So they had Mr. Roy Burns himself, Dick Whelan. I was able to have a one-on-one interview with him on Drop the Spotlight's website, and as a fan, getting to talk to him, such an awesome person. Even after the interview, we were sitting there talking cameras. He was telling us that what Nikon camera he used, because I also shoot on a Nikon occasionally, and we were talking about film cameras to modern day cameras, and his wife was like, "Hey guys, you guys got to get more photos with them." So she took photos for us with him, and it was one of those moments where, like, wow, did I really just do that? Being such a fan of the series, as well as right next to him was Violet from part 5. What can I say? Her iconic dance scene, her doing that, robotic pop and lock goth dance, and we talked about the dance, and I asked her if that was what Jenna Ortega was talking about when she was doing research for the Wednesday dance she did, and she broke down some of the different dances that were going on at that time, and it was that was another one that was just like, wow, I'm sitting here next to Violet, Tiffany, she was totally amazing, totally gracious to give us an interview, and it's one of those, as a fan of the series, anytime I have a chance to meet, it's awesome. But when I get the opportunity to sit and talk with them on camera, whether it be for my channel or the main channel, Drop the Spotlight, to me, it's an absolute honor. And, you know, this show, their lineup was great. They had the voice actor from Psycho Gorman. He was such a cool dude. Gracious enough also to give us an interview. The warriors that were there. Patty Mullins, fracking hooker. It's always great to see Patty. As well as the director of Maniac. And he got there a little later in the day, and there was just no opportunity to be able to talk with him that day, because everybody was waiting for him, and I would have loved to have talked to him. And like I said, unfortunately I only got one signature, and that's because my computer that I edit on totally took a shit on me, and my motherboard has a major issue, and it's no salvaging it. So all my money I had saved for my autographs went right into this machine, which I'm 97% already done with to build. So that's why there's a delay in content also, because I didn't have something to edit on. So it's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, amazing show. Scara, was it the Damsel of Doom? Good friend of ours, hosts the panels, and the host of the event. So it was great to see her and talk to her. I do have an interview with her coming up for this channel, as well as the one that's already out, Nightmare Christie from Nightmare Toys. Always a freaking honor and pleasure to talk with her. Such an incredible person. So cool with her fans, so loving with her fans. A vast knowledge of horror films. Talking with her, I asked her, to pick 5 films that every horror fan should see. And she goes, I'm just going to give you my top 5. I was like, hey, that works. And, I got to admit, she's got some great films on her list. I thoroughly enjoy her lives and on YouTube and Instagram, her podcast. Great person. So if you're ever in Vegas, definitely check out Nightmare Toys, as well as her new restaurant, Nightmare Cafe, which we're trying to make it out there back to Vegas this year, and we definitely going to hit that up and try the food, do a bunch of filming. Support the horror community is a big thing, as well as go out to these shows, support these shows. Without them, they're the ones that bring the true horror guests to us. You get the big Comic-Cons, and yeah, they'll bring some horror people, but it's usually a mainstream guy from whatever hot horror film, which is fine. I attend them, I go to them, but these are the shows that bring you those real B movie, those real obscure, rare horror celeb guests, and they had some really rare ones this year at Cult Classic, and it was epic to attend. Hopefully we can do it again next year and plan it out where we can do the 3 days, and get the hotel, go out there, and I heard the after parties were great. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out Cult Classic Convention. If you're in the Louisiana area, they are doing one, I believe in September in Baton Rouge. So it'll be their first time doing one in Baton Rouge. So I highly suggest checking it out. Go support it. Go and go out and support. That's the best way to put it. Go out there, make memories, make friends. You know, that was the other thing, seeing all the horror fam, or all my friends that are in the horror community that I've made these past couple of years doing these events. And you know, a ton of them I've met on Instagram prior to doing all this, and you know, it's cool to finally get to, you know, meet them in person. And there's a few that I keep seeing that I haven't had a chance to stop and talk with, and I do apologize about that. And hopefully in these next events and or whatnot, I can sit there and able to finally meet them. And that's what it's about. It's about going out there and meeting friends, meeting your favorite celebs, making memories. And yeah, with that being said, you know, go check out these events. Check out Cult Classic. Follow them on social media. Follow them, you know, on their website. That way you keep up with next year's event, as well as the Baton Rouge event. Check out the gas station. Definitely check out the gas station. If you're any fan of whether it's film or horror films, it's a legendary spot. And, you know, to be there at the actual location is something else. Yeah, we had a blast, even though we didn't get to eat like we had intended. But you know, going out there and just taking the photos and seeing the little memorabilia shop they have inside there, you know, I was sitting there like seeing things that I had been looking for and pissed off that I couldn't buy them because, you know, I sunk all my cash into my computer. But it is what it is. And yeah, definitely check them out. Go out there and support. Please like, comment, and follow. Let me know any other shows I should check into, the DTS should check into, whether it's in Texas or not. You know, we're starting to travel more now that it's a lot easier to move around post pandemic. But yeah, definitely let me know if you attended Cult Classic Convention. Who were your favorite celebs you met? And yeah, be sure, again, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications for more content coming. Till next time, see ya.